Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 common mistakes people make with Copart. So I've seen so many comments saying that Copart is a scam, and I've only received one comment like this in my videos, but I've checked out other YouTubers and they're like, Copart is a scam, run and drive, I got the car and it didn't even work, I turned it on and the engine was blown up, I paid $1,500 million in fees.
Copart scammed me.
I tried to sue them, but I couldn't do nothing about. Bro, I really don't want to see that no more, right? It's not even my problem, but I just really want to help you guys out and give you more of a bulletproof understanding on Copart. Alright, before we get started, click the link. I don't know if it's gonna be this corner or that corner. Click that video, then come back to this video to have even more of an understanding on why I'm making this video. This is more of a follow-up. It's basically how to make a 5 to 10K month every single month with Copart, alright? Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the number 1 mistake. So this one mistake is gonna stop all those Copart scamming, yapping comment section people on YouTube, alright? Don't go for clean title cars. Clean title cars can hide unreported damages, alright? So this means dealerships, if they're trying to sell this car, they're most likely gonna do quick minimal repairs to the car, especially if that's their whole business model of just buying clean title cars, doing the absolute most minimal repairs. This literally means hiding rust with paint. Since they don't have to wait for a customer to buy their car, they actually sell it to the auction to make quick money, due to the fact people have the idea that buying a clean title car is safer at an auction. Therefore, they're able to make profitable months with this method. You don't want to be part of their method. It could be that, or it could be a dealership that can't make money off the car. Think about this. It's a dealership that flips cars for a profit and they don't want to make profit with the car. Like, bruh. And it's allowed. Auctions like Copart are there for dealerships. When they get a bad car, they're able to sell it back to the auction for a fraction of the money back, so they don't deal with a bigger loss and headache. Buying a clean title car would put you in that category of buying the junk leftover scraps from dealerships. So just think about that. It don't make sense. It's at an auction for a reason, alright? On the other hand, salvage title vehicles have more of a transparent approach to the car, alright? So it has a more clear-cut damage and why it's at the auction. It looks like I got in a side swipe. It looks like I got in the front end. It looks like I got into a rear end, alright? And it's more of a trustworthy method to make money if you really think about it, because it's backed up by the insurance company. And that's going to be the second thing. Buying the Carfax for $7 to check if it's from an insurance company. It is that simple. If you don't want to pay $7, just go on and walk away from Copart, alright? Or you could pay $40, alright? This is a link I've been using since I was 18 years old. I've been using it ever since. It will direct you to PayPal. You give them $7 and it gives you the legitimate full Carfax report of that car that you're trying to bid on. Make sure the last report says it was totaled out by an insurance company. Just look for these 2 things that will pop up on the screen. Look for those 2, you should be good, and that means it's from an insurance company. Or if you're trying to get it for free, bitcars.com. If you type in the VIN number, copy and paste it and put it onto their website, it will say the listing, and you can see in the image right now, and it's from an insurance company, right? So it's a legitimate way to also check it's from an insurance company. While you're there looking at the Carfax, make sure there's no rollback on the mileage, which can make the car hard to sell, and check the service history. You don't want to get a car that has one report throughout its whole entire lifetime with the Carfax. But sometimes you can get a car even from an insurance company and people will still call it a
Scam, alright?
So that's the third one, assessing damage. When assessing the damage, you want to pay very close attention to the Copart images and make sure you check the wheel alignment, the airbags, and other small details. So with the wheel alignment, sometimes the wheels are facing, let's say for an example on one image, right? It's one wheel's facing this way, right? But then you keep swiping and you see the other side of the car and the wheel is like turning like that way, right? For me, that's kind of like a clear giveaway that one tie rod is off, one control arm is off on either side, right? It could be something wrong with the suspension. That's one of the biggest giveaway. If the wheels are literally facing the opposite direction on when the images were taken. Some people don't pay attention to this, and when the car arrives, it ends up not moving on its own power, and people get pissed off, calling it a scam because it's not moving on its own power. An example has happened to me, but I intentionally got this Honda Accord knowing that it wasn't going to move on its own power because I knew there was something wrong with the suspension. Checking the airbags, and what I mean by this in specific is the curtain airbag, right? So a lot of these Copart employees, they take these photos and they don't even like show the roof liner, so you can't see if the curtain airbag deployed or not. And most likely it didn't, all right? All you gotta do is just check the dash, and you just gotta check for that airbag light if it's on or off. And if it's on, make sure you start looking for the roof liner current airbag. If you cannot see it, if the person didn't take that good of images, all you gotta do is go to the exterior images of the vehicle, and then you're able to actually just zoom in, and you can actually just see through the windows and hope it doesn't have a 5% tint on it, so you can't see, you can't see the airbags. But that's another way I've checked for current airbags that actually deployed on my cars. I just zoom in through the windows and the exterior photos of the car. Also check for loose seat belts, and keep in mind if the airbag light is on, you have to clear the airbag module, which you can send it to Safety Restore. I believe it's only $80. You're able to send it and it will be cleared out and the light will go away. And this is more of a bonus more than a mistake, and it's checking the small details, all right? Sometimes the parts are already provided, all right? So if you check the exterior photos when the person is doing a full 360 around the car, you can actually see that the bumper is laying in the background, all right? And it looks completely fine. Sometimes it has like a rip through the bumper, and that's actually repairable if you take it to your body guy for $200, $300. That's what I'm paying. Or at least now you know you can save money that way, so you can give yourself more bidding power towards your bid. But sometimes having all the bidding power can still give you a lemon, and it can still be considered a scam, all right? Anyways, this is gonna be the next thing, and this is gonna be the fourth thing: checking where the title is located. So the fourth mistake is a lot of people like to think to not get cars where the title doesn't match up or where it's located, all right? So for an example, let's say the car is located in Tennessee, but the title's all the way in California. That is good advice. Don't go for that car. It is a huge red flag. I wouldn't go for it, all right? But for an example, let's say it's in Arkansas. The title's in Arkansas and the vehicle is located in Tennessee, Memphis, all right? That for me is not a red flag, because literally where the car is located, they're like neck to neck, right? Border to border. That is actually a good way to win cars, by the way, in which I'm actually giving out the real sauce right now, right? You can actually win cars this way, just because a lot of people think not to go for those cars, but really they don't realize that these cities are literally in between the states and they have to make up their mind. That's what I'm trying to say, right? That is a common mistake a lot of people like to make. So the fifth and final one will have to be hail damaged cars. I wouldn't recommend them because it is a true 50-50 gamble, draw in the pot car when it comes to getting these primary damage, hail damaged cars. I wouldn't get them only because people take advantage when they make the claim with the insurance company. For an example, a lot of people already have a bad car that they're driving as a personal daily, already has with issues they don't want to deal with no more, and a lot of people take this as an opportunity to upgrade from their car. So it is one of, like, you could say, insurance fraud when it comes to doing this, but in the same time it is fair game, all right? A lot of people see it as fair only because they're not responsible for random rocks flying at the highway. A lot of people just wait it out until they're ready to get rid of the car, and then they make the claim, all right? And this can set you up with buying a car that just comes with a bunch of issues, and you thought originally it was a hail damaged car. I've had a bunch of people talk to me about this. Anyways, don't do it. I don't recommend it. That is the fifth and final one: hail damage. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please send this video to your friend so they can also learn these 5 mistakes to avoid when it comes to getting into Copart, because most likely you might want to find someone to go 50-50 to make investments with bigger cars, or you're just trying to get started and not have that much of a risk, and you guys can just take half of the risk. Make sure you send this video to anyone you know that's struggling with Copart, that are making mistake after mistake and they're just not learning. Send them this video. This video will help you 100%. Anyways, leave a like, subscribe, hit the share button, do everything to show some love, guys. I'm putting everything that I know into these videos. More to come, so please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And peace.